We're at the IAS meeting. We're here with Rozana and Brenda, and they're with the International Youth Alliance for Family Planning. And I'm going to have you do a little bit more of one of you on what the organization does, the meat of it, so that we get a sense of who you are.
Thank you so much for having us. So I work for the International Youth Alliance for Family Planning, but you can actually call us IY because the name is very long. I work in the Public Relations Office. So what we pretty much do is Youth Alliance, International Youth Alliance for Family Planning, we are youth-led, meaning that everybody in the organization is below 30 years. And our main aim is to provide a platform whereby young people have a platform to do advocacy for sexual reproductive health and rights, but mainly in family planning, because you find out that in the field of family planning not so many young people have been involved in it, and so that has been our main aim, to provide a platform for advocacy on family planning. Yeah.
And you're from Kenya?
Yes, I'm originally from Kenya.
And
yeah.
you're from?
From Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Yeah.
Right. And you were saying when we talked earlier in the Global Village that your organization is all over the world.
Yes, so we are in 80 countries at the moment. We have 80 country coordinators who are our main tool, and it's so amazing to have them because already the country coordinators are young people who have a lot of experience in sexual reproductive health and rights. They have already been working in their countries on this. For example, Rozane is a good example, and she will be talking about what she's doing in Lebanon. She's one of our country coordinators. And so the country coordinators, they get to decide themselves their agenda and what they want to work on, and they get to implement. So you find that in different countries there are different needs, and each country coordinator can be able to look at the needs of the country and work on that. And maybe I'll just ask Rozane to talk a bit about the role of the country coordinators, because they are our main tools. Because
there may be similarities, and there are always differences.
Yes, yes.
But the similarities of what you can build on from one to another.
Yeah. So you find young people, we are not a homogeneous group, but also you find out that like, for example, family planning or sexual reproductive health and rights, some of the needs are almost similar in different contexts. So yeah, as you say, it's the diversity that we have in our organization, I think, makes us to be a very strong organization, because we can build on the similarities that we have. Yeah.
So as a country coordinator of Lebanon, Lebanon has a special context that is not really common in other countries, especially with the humanitarian response we have. So a lot of needs are being ignored by the international agencies working in the humanitarian response, especially when it comes to sexual and reproductive health. So this is why I felt that a chapter need to be built, an IY chapter need to be built in my country related to an IY chapter. It's a chapter that respond to the sexual and reproductive health needs of the youth, Lebanese and Syrian refugees, because our country hosts a lot of Syrian refugees in
of which Syrian refugees?
Lebanon. Yeah, we have a lot of Syrian
refugees.
Because
you're bordering.
Yeah, we're bordering, and 1 in 4 people living in Lebanon are Syrian refugees. And this is sexual and reproductive health is one of the most ignored aspects of the humanitarian response in the country. So amongst the topics I'm working on is child marriage, and because it's happening a lot and it's increasing, especially with the humanitarian response. Also sexuality education, comprehensive sexuality education. We usually partner with local NGOs on such topics, and this is where we get to have the most impact in terms of advocacy. And this is also, it depends on our members. Like, I don't work alone, it rather members from the country, youth members, that drive the agenda, that think about what is most needed. And this is where we get to have the support of our partners, depending on the projects we want to have and the project that our partners facilitate our work with.
So I think the most amazing thing about our group is we don't actually have physical offices. So we work in the clouds. So for example, I'm actually from Kenya, but I'm a student in Germany, and she's working in Lebanon. And so we have the executive board, which, for example, I'm one of them, and she's from the country coordinator. And for what the executive board we try to do is we try to build the capacity of our country coordinators. Of course, they're already young people who have a lot of expertise, and they've been working on sexual reproductive health and rights, but still we do do a lot of training on them. We do a lot of webinars. For example, on simple things like how do you do an elevator pitch? Because you can find, for example, Rozane in Lebanon wants to raise some money to do a workshop, but it's not so easy to get. So we try to also create this opportunity for them to be able to partner with a local organization that are working there. You find, especially in the area of sexual reproductive health and rights, is like sometimes we might concentrate on building silos, but there's no need for that. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. So it's amazing that our platform, we can also do advocacy and also just connect our country coordinators with partners already who are working there and be able to just, you know, fill the places in the niche and find a niche where they can join and just work together, you know, for the better health of everyone there. Especially my personal experience, for example, from Kenya is to find that when you talk even about family planning, young people are like, you know, I'm not planning any family, you know, I just want to have sex, safer sex. And I think that's what we talk about so many about young people. Actually, we call it sometimes future planning, so that young people know that IY, where we are, it's a platform whereby we can do advocacy, and young people also do have a right and do have a voice, and they can be able, you know, to create programs themselves that they think it's important for them, and, you know, push for that and just work on that. Yeah.
So it's, the organization really does a sense of building the capacity, but how do you really get engaged with the local organizations? How do you encourage them to welcome you into the mix? Because you are a critical part. I mean, everyone must know that it's the youth that's needing the push or the pull. Do you?
So our partners are usually keen to the youth. Like there are organizations that care a lot about youth, and they are youth friendly, some kind of. So what we offer them, like we offer them like some, we offer them visibility, we offer them opportunities to be known, like in terms of partnerships, and what they offer us is that they offer us space for us to be, because we don't have offices. Right. So it's kind of an exchange of
And to just add on that, when she says she offers visibility, I think we should have started with that. So how we were formed actually is in 2013 during the International Conference of Family Planning that was held in Addis Ababa. It happened that there were so many people who were talking about issues affecting young people and talking about family planning, but the youth themselves were not involved. So actually it was convened that there should be an alliance of young people. So we have both individual members, but also we are a network of organizations that are being led by young people. So when we talk to partners, they do know, for example, to be able to partner with us, probably we will have an opportunity to go together, for example, to the next International Conference on Family Planning. So that's what we do with our partners, because we already have a stronger platform. And the fact that we are already, for example, in 80 countries, this means that we are offering all this, you know, diversity, because you can find that, for example, the problem in Lebanon and in Kenya are different, but maybe there's something that Lebanon is doing that can really strengthen the program in Kenya. So I think the fact that we're offering this diversity, but also we're offering an opportunity to do capacity building, for example, to just be able to do webinars with young people, I think that creates a good opportunity. But also we approach our partners and say our interest. We tell them what we are doing and ask them. We already see a niche, and we even bring it up to them and said, we know you're doing A, B, and C, and we think B is very interested to us and we are doing with us. Could we be able to work together with us? So I think the most important thing is to look for an opportunity, see opportunity, and ask for the opportunity. And I think that's what, as an organization, we're capitalizing in it. We are doing it ourselves. We are going out there and saying what we are doing, but also asking this organization that let us do the work together. You know, we can also do the talk together, but we can also do the work together. Yeah.
So they're not talking to you, they're talking with you.
Exactly. We're not talking to you, we're talking with us, and we are working together for the better of the whole society. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, it's really great to have you both doing the work that you're doing, and the 80 other country coordinators. And I really do hope it grows and does the good work that you're both doing.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate to have you, for having us here.
You're doing good work.
Thank you.